everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back, and thank you for supporting me. I'm Coretta. So after I did this fabric applique with HTV, a viewer asked if the technique would work with the side bow. Come on, y'all. Let's see. For this project, I am going to be using the Siser Stripflock Pro. I'm going to be using Heat and Bond Ultra Hold, fabric of my choice, and a sweatshirt of my choice. I will leave a link and a description of the items in the description box below. So the first thing that I did was I found a bow via a Google search. I searched for a ribbon coquette bow. After finding the bow, I saved it on my computer. Now I am going to upload it into Cricut Design Space. So to upload it, I'm going to go over to my left toolbar and I'm going to select Upload. I'm going to select Upload Image. Then I'm going to select Browse. I am going to navigate to where I saved the bow and I'm going to select the bow. And then I'm going to select Open. This screen shows you the image that you are uploading, so I'm going to select Continue. On this screen, I can see that my image does not have a transparent background. If you go up to your upper right hand corner and you can see where it says Preview Single Layer, I'm going to toggle that on. And you can see now that the image is just a square. I'm going to toggle it back off and then remove the white background because I only want the black lines. Now, I do not subscribe to Cricut Access, so I have to do these steps manually. So I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to make sure that the magic wand is selected. And then I am going to click on all of the areas where the white is and that I want removed. And so after removing the white areas, I'm going to check to make sure that the image looks like what I need it to look like by toggling again on the Preview Single Layer. And here I can see that the image is just the lines that I need. So I'm going to select Apply and Continue at the bottom right corner. Next, I'm going to select Single Layer because I only want to be able to cut the lines. And then I'm going to hit Continue. And then Upload. Okay, so now the image is on the canvas and I'm going to size it to my desired size. After measuring the side seams, I'm going to size the bow to 6 inches in height because I think that this will look good on my shirt. To size it, I'm going to go to the top toolbar where it says Size, and I'm going to change the height to 6 inches. I want this the sizing to size proportionately. So I am going to leave the lock proportion locked and I am going to change the height to 6 inches and then I'm going to hit enter. To create the fabric applique, I'm going to select shapes on the left toolbar and then I'm going to select a square. And then I'm going to select shapes to close out of it again. I'm going to change the color of the square to yellow. So with the square selected, I am going to go to the top menu bar and I'm going to select the color swatch again and I am going to select yellow. And then I'm going to click anywhere on the screen. Next, I'm going to size the square to cover the bow. So pulling from the corner, I'm going to size the square to cover the bow. To make sure that I have the bow covered, I'm going to select the square and then I'm going to go up to the top menu bar. I'm going to select Arrange and then I'm going to select send to the back. And as you can see, the yellow square is covering the bow. Next, I want to slice the shape of the bow from the square. So to slice, I'm going to select the bow and the square. And on the bottom of the bottom toolbar under the layers panel, I'm going to select slice. After I slice this, I'm going to select the bow. And then on the right side layers panel, you can see that the bow layer is selected. I am going to select the eye to hide this layer. Then I'm going to select the lines of the sliced bow, and then I'm going to hit delete on my keyboard. After slicing, you can see that the bow is still in the shape of a square. And so that I don't want the shape of the square, I just want the inside pieces of the bow. And so to get those pieces, I need to contour the square so that I'm only left with the inside of the inside pieces of the bow. To contour, I'm going to select the square, and then on the bottom right toolbar under the layers panel, I'm going to select contour. When the contour screen's open, I am going to hide the parts of the square that I don't need. So I'm going to select the top square, and then I'm going to select the bow that's under it. And as you can see here on the left hand side, we see the pieces of the bow that I want to remain on the screen. Now that I have those pieces, I'm going to select the X on the top of the contour screen so that I can go back to the canvas. So here back on the canvas, we have the inside pieces of the bow, and this yellow layer here will represent the fabric applique for the design. Back on the right hand side of the layers panel, I am going to unhide the outline of the bow. Then I'm going to hide the yellow layer of the bow. Okay, so that I can cover a little bit of the fabric, I am going to add an external offset. So with the outline of the bow selected, I am going to go to the top menu bar and I'm going to select offset. I am going to change the distance of my offset to the desired size. So I am going to change my distance to 0.08, and then to preview that, I'm just going to click here in the little white area and I can preview the distance of my offset. I'm satisfied with the distance, and so I'm going to select apply. Next, I'm going to select both the bow layer and the offset. And I am going to go to the bottom of the layers panel. I'm going to select the drop down of combine, and I'm going to select weld. Now I have the bow outline complete. I'm going to unhide the fabric applique layer to see if everything fits. To ensure that everything fits, I'm going to select the bow outline. So on the layers panel, I'm going to select the bow outline. And then I'm going to go up to operations, and where it says basic cut, I'm going to select the drop down menu, and then I'm going to select guide. Now I can see that the yellow layer fits within the bow layer, the outline of the bow, with a slight overlap. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and you can see that the bow outline overlaps the yellow fabric applique layer. And so I am satisfied with that. And so I am going to change the outline, the guide, back to a basic cut. Once the bow outline is back to a basic cut, now I need to prep my fabric to get ready to cut it. To prep the fabric, I've cut a piece of the fabric and a piece of the heat and bond down to size. I've actually cut this larger than my than what I need in order to make sure that I have enough fabric to cover the two bows. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to lay the heat and bond down on the back of the fabric with the rough side on the fabric and the paper side up. And what I'm going to do is I am going to press this at 305 degrees for 4 seconds. I put a piece of parchment paper down on my press mat to protect my mat in case the heat bond shift. I don't want any of the sticky stuff to get on my mat. And so I'm going to press this at 305 for 4 seconds. Now that I have the fabric prepped, I'm going to select Make It. Here on this screen, I have two mats. The black mat is the HTV mat. Because this will be HTV, the mat needs to be mirrored. And so I'm going to toggle the mirror button on. I will be using Siser Stripflock Pro. The cut settings I'm using is glitter iron-on. Be sure to do a test cut to ensure that that setting works for you. The yellow mat is the fabric mat. We do not need to mirror this fabric mat. I'm going to be using my maker, and so I'm going to use the medium fabric bonded with the rotary blade. If you are using a Cricut Explore Air 2, you can use the felt wool bonded with default pressure. However, you need to keep in mind that you want to keep in mind the age of your blade. So I'm going to get everything cut out and then I'll be back. Now I have everything cut out and I am going to assemble the project. To assemble, I am just going to take a piece of the fabric and I am going to place it in the area where it belongs. I'm just going to place it down. And when I place it down, I'm going to make sure that when I place it, that there are no gaps between the flock and the fabric. So you want it to be stuck just like that. So you want to make sure you get it placed down just like that. So here I am at the heat press, and I have the heat press set on 320 degrees for 20 seconds. I've lint rolled the shirt. I've pre-pressed this shirt to remove the moisture. And I've already lined up the side seams and placed the opening of the bow on the side seam. So now I am going to press this side. Stripflock is a cold peel, so I have to wait before I peel it off. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat the process for the other side, and I'll come back at my table and show you guys the results. Okay, so I've pressed both bows on the side seams of the shirt. I am going to peel this one off because this side has cooled down. So I'm going to peel this side off. That is so cute. Oh, that is so cute. But hold on. We're not finished yet. We got to cut the side seam. We got to cut the sides out Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, y'all. So I got some scissors, and now I'm going to cut out this middle part right here. And so you want to cut as close as possible without cutting into your HTV. So really take your time in this area over here. Like, just take your time because you don't want to cut your HTV. So just take your time. All right, so that's one side, and now I cut out one side, so now I'm gonna flip it over, and I am going to cut the other side. Okay, guys. Okay, everybody. Here are the results of our side bow fabric applique using Stripflock Pro. What you think? I love it. I love it. It is so beautiful and vibrant. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. All right, guys, that's all for now. I hope that you're able to follow along with my process. In full disclosure, the Stripflock carrier was not as sticky as the HTV carrier, so I had to use a little bit of spray adhesive so that it can help the fabric to stick to the carrier. If you like this video and would like to see more, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I will respond back. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.